Okay, so have you gone through part B? Simple, it is kinetic energy, potential energy. Okay, and part E was work done, positive work, negative work, zero work. So we will just see a few numericals both from part A and part B. I have to note down the children who are absent.
Ma'am, is there a chance that the portion will reduce or the board
No,
will postpone the
no,
exam?
there is no chance such. Portion will also not reduce and there will be no postponement, I don't think. Kanchan, Mariam, Aditya, all the videos have to be on. Nobody is going to switch off the videos. Everyone's video has to be on. Audio has to be off. The audio will be off. Sid,
Ma'am.
yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rishabh. All videos to be on. Rishabh, I want to see you, not the picture. Sid, video has to be on.
The
Shravani,
beautiful
Kanchan,
picture.
everyone's video has to be
Hey!
on. Yes.
I have less net, so I cannot start the video because
What
it takes
happened?
more net.
Dude, you don't wear makeup like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Shravani and
Exactly.
Kanchan
I
are.
was like very.
Yes,
Like,
Rishabh. Rishabh, I cannot hear you. Your voice is breaking. Sid, your video has to be on. Amar, please switch on the video, switch off the audio. Come on quickly. Atharva Banage, video has to be on.
I'm scared.
Maga,
I'm scared
Maga.
to see Rishabh's haircut at the end of this, man.
Yes, Rishabh.
Yes, ma'am. I can't cut my hair, ma'am, now. Seriously,
Yeah,
don't ask me to cut my hair now.
No, I'm not asking you anything. Okay. So,
Bro, I got
quickly, I will start now. Okay, let others start joining in. After that, I'll see how many are present. Okay, we don't have time. So I'm sharing the screen. We'll see the numericals of
Okay, you saw those Old Spice commercials.
Wait, what?
The Old Spice commercials.
Me?
Yeah.
okay.
Bro,
These are the numericals of work and energy. Okay. Part A. Fine. Work and energy part A. Quickly, I will go through the numericals because I will be sending you the PDF files also. So you will have the solutions. Okay. So everyone open the numericals on page number 29. Page number 29, 28. Numericals of the part A. That is exercise 2A. Right? Okay. Now look at the first question quickly. A body is acted upon by a force of 10 kgf, right? So 10 kgf is the force. Now, please understand the relation between kgf and Newton. 1 kgf is 10 Newton. Please understand this. So then I can write the force, that force equal to 100 Newton. Now the displacement is 0.5 meter, right? So now you are asked to find question 1, 2, and 3. Displacement in the direction of force. So when the displacement is in the direction of force, the work done is only F into S. You don't have to write cos theta because there is no angle. So F into S, so 100 into 0.5. So that will be, 100 into 0.5, 50 Newton, not 100 Newton, right? 50 Newton. Okay. The first one is 50 Newton, then displacement at an angle of 60 degrees. Okay. So Fs cos theta, right? Now the angle is 60 degrees. So you are going to take the theta as 60 degrees. So 100 into 0.5 displacement and cos 60. Cos 60 is half. Okay. So here it will be 25 joules. Okay. The That is 100 into 0.5 is 50. 50 divided by 2, 25 joules. So this is the second one. And the third one, displacement normal to the direction of force. So when the displacement is normal to the direction of force, theta will be 90. So when theta is 90, cos theta is 0. So the answer will be 0 straight away. Followed? Okay. So the second one was a angle and the third one is theta is, both are normal. So when I said work done is 0, so in this case the work done is 0. Now, second one, see the second one. There is a boy of mass 40 kg. He is climbing up the stairs. Okay, he reaches a height of 8 meters in 5 seconds. First, you have to find the force of gravity. Force of gravity, m into g, right? So m, what is the force of gravity on the boy? 400 Newton. Okay, 40 is the mass. Okay, g we will take as 10, not 0.5. 40 into 10. Okay, so 40 into 10 it will give you 400 Newton. Okay, so m into g. Now work done, F into S. So what is F? F is 400. How much distance that he covered? H. So 3200 joule. You can also use the formula mgh, because when the boy is going up, you can use the formula mgh, but I am using F into S. What is F? F is 400 Newton and the distance that the boy covered when he went up is 8. So 3200 joule. Now power. Power, work done upon time taken. So 3200 divided by 5, right? The time is 5 seconds. So 640 watts. Children, please see the units for each and everything. Force, Newton, 400 Newton, work done, joule, 3200 joule, and power watt. See, for each and everything I have got separate units. Unit is wrong, straight away marks cut. Now let us look at a third one. Third one, a man spends 6.4 kilojoule of energy in displacing the body by 64 meter. So the energy is given in joule, kilojoule. So I convert it into joules. 6.4 kilojoules, so 6.4 into 1000 joules. So 6400 joules. Then the displacement is 64 meter, right? So the force equal to F into S. Now, sorry, work done. The work done is F into S, right? Now he is saying that the energy gained by the man is 6.4 kilojoules. So we calculated it as 6400 joule. Now children, work and energy are same. So if I say work done is equal to so much, the energy is also that much only. So the same formula I will apply for energy. Work and energy are one and the same. So energy equal to F into S. Energy is already given to me, 6400 joules. Okay, so I want to find F force. So energy upon the displacement. Okay, so 6400 is the energy and the body is displaced by 64 meter. So 6400 upon 64. So I get the answer as 100 Newton. These examples are very simple. Okay, then you are asked to calculate power. Now power is either work done upon time or energy consumed upon time. Both are the same. So I've got the energy 6400. Okay, and you are asked, third one, the power spent, okay, by the man. Okay, now the time is taken as 2.5 seconds. So 2.5, so 6400 divided by 2.5. So 64, so 2.5 I have written in fraction. So 6400 into 10 upon 25. So I got the power 2560 watt. Now the third part is very important. See children, this can be asked for 3 marks, 1 mark for each, for part 1, part 2 and part 3. Now the third part, convert it into horsepower. You have to find the power in horsepower. Now my power is 2560 watt. Okay, so horsepower, 1 horsepower is 746 watts. So 2560 watts will be, divide 2560 by 746. So you get 3.43. Okay, so that is the horsepower, right? So I have done everything. I have calculated the power in watt and then I have converted the power into horsepower. Okay, so this was the third one. Fourth one, you can do yourself. Fifth one, I said I'll do a few. Fifth one, There is a load of 750 newtons. Okay, right? The machine is lifting the load in to a height of 16 meters in 5 seconds. Right? So energy spent by the machine. Now energy spent by the machine or work done by the machine, mgh. Whenever a load is lifted up, okay, the work done or energy spent, you have to use the same formula, mgh. Now the force, try to understand from where you will get m into g. The force is nothing but m into g. That is already given as 750 newtons. So mg, you put 750, put the height 16, you will get the work done 12,000 joule, and power, work done upon time, so you will get the power 2400 watt. Okay, simple. Sums are very simple. If I send you the sheet, you can easily go through. Now the sixth one, there is an electric heater of power. Now it's come on page 29. Power 3 kilowatt. So first I have converted. You can convert the, okay, no need of converting the power because you want the energy in kilowatt hour. Commercial unit of energy is kilowatt hour. So the power should be in kilowatt only. So power is 3 kilowatt used for 10 hours. How much energy does it consume? So energy consumed, power into time. Do not convert into watts, because when you are talking of electrical energy consumed, it should be in kilowatt hour. That is the unit, commercial unit of electrical energy. So 3 multiplied by 10, so 30 kilowatt hour, right? Now you have to convert it into joules. I think in 8th standard we have learned what is the relation between kilowatt hour and joule. We have derived it also. So 1 kilowatt hour is 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joules. So 30 kilowatt hour, how many joules? So 30 into 3.6 into 10 raised to 6. So this is the answer, 108 into 10 raised to 6 joules. I hope you are following. I'm going fast, but it is very simple. Just have to do the
Yes.
multiplication.
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing difficult in this. Okay. And once the sheet is sent, you can slowly solve. Today only I will send it. Please sit today itself and do it. Okay. Now the 8th sum. There is a pump that is used to lift 500 kg of water from the depth. Okay. You have to calculate the work done. Now see, when anything is lifted up, okay, when anything is lifted up, the work done, please put this formula mgh. Okay. The mass of the water is 500 kg. 80 is the height, and h and g we take as 10. So the work done by the pump is this. Okay. 4 lakh joules almost. Okay. Now power, work done upon time. So the time was 10 seconds. So I got the power 40 kilowatt. Okay. 40,000 watts. So 40 kilowatt. Now power rating of the pump. Now you have to find, see what they are asking you. They have given you the formula also. You have to find the power rating of the pump if the efficiency is 40%. Okay. Now here they have given efficiency equal to useful power upon power input. Now power rating is nothing but power input. Remember, whatever power has been input. See what happens, what is efficiency? You are giving some amount of power, but how much power is coming out? Okay. So if you are giving 100 watts power and you are getting an output of 100 watts, then the efficiency is 100%. But never this happens, because a lot of power and things are lost due to friction and so on. Right? So we have to find power rating of the pump. Power rating of the pump is nothing but input power. You have been given the formula for input power, efficiency equal to useful power upon power input, and into 100, because percentage. So into 100. So efficiency is equal to, so power input will be equal to efficiency upon useful power into 100. So I have to find the power input. So efficiency is 40 kilowatt. Okay. So 40 kilowatt into 100 divided by the useful power. Useful power was given as 40. So the answer is, power input is 100 kilowatt. Okay. So this is the answer. Just use the formula and you will get the answer for power input. Now the 9th one. Now see, this is a good example. I didn't want to solve it, but then I solved. There is an ox, okay, which is applying a force of 1000 Newton, right? And it is pulling a cart at a speed of 30 meters per second. So the velocity is given. You have to find the power. Now, children will be confused. Power is work done upon time. There is no time given, but children, I have given you one more relationship. Power and average velocity or average speed. Power is equal to force into average speed. Learn this formula. This is another formula. Power equal to force into velocity or speed, right? So this is the second formula. So the power is given. So power is, you have to find the power. So force is given 1000 Newton and the speed is given 30 meter per second. So this is the power, 30,000 watts or 30 kilowatt. Okay, so this time we are using a new formula for the 9th one. Okay. Now, 12th one. Now this is a good example. 12th one, this was asked also. 12th one, yeah. There is a boy, okay, weighing 350 Newton. Whenever the weight is given 350 Newton, this is M into G. M into G is 350 Newton. Look at the unit. If the unit is Newton, do not write it as mass. Do not say that the mass of the boy is 350. It will always be M into G. So keep an eye on the unit. The unit is Newton, so M into G equal to 350 Newton. Now, they are saying he climbs 30 steps and each step is 20 centimeter high. So how much, what is the height that the boy has climbed? Number of steps 30 multiplied by height of each step, that is 20. So I get 600 centimeter. Now, very important, convert it into meter. So 6 meter. So now what is the work done by the boy? So mgh, mg already I got 350 and the height is 6, so 2100 joules. And what is the power spent by the boy? So he does this in 1 minute. So the next thing is I convert the time into seconds. 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. So power equal to work done upon time. So 2100 divided by 16, so 35 watts. Okay. So 35 watt is the power spent by the boy. Okay. So most of the sums are done. Okay. Now we go to the part B. Work and energy, that is mechanical and potential energy. Okay, so come to part B. We'll do some numericals from part B. Now, first one, please come to page number 41. Part B, page number 41. The first one is one body is at a height h and the other body is at a height 2h. Find the ratio of gravitational potential energy. So you know that gravitational potential energy is given by U. It is given by mgh. So one is mgh, the second is mg2h. So the ratio will be 1:2. So the answer is already given. Yeah, you can directly, no, if it is a 2 mark sum, if it is, it will come for 2 marks, you can't directly write it. You have to say that ratio of potential energy mgh upon mg2h. So that is 1:2. You have to show it. Now the second one, find the gravitational potential energy of a 1 kg mass, okay, kept at a height of 5 meter, right? So here, just ignore the first line. Just ignore, start from here. Mass equal to 1 kg, height is 5 meter. You have to find the gravitational potential energy. So mgh, very simple. So 1 into 10, so 50 joules. So that is the gravitational potential energy. Now, third one is also like that, only simple. Now the fourth one. Now see the fourth one. I had told you these kind of questions and sums are asked. What is the gain in potential energy and what is the loss in potential energy? Okay. So third one is again simple. Already potential energy is given and you have to find the height. So you will say potential energy equal to mgh. Mg is 150. Okay, so 14,700 equal to 150 into 9.8 into h. Okay, so you can just find h. So that is simple. Now see the fourth one. There is a body of 5 kg. It falls from a height of 10 meter. It is at a height of 10 meter. It comes down to 4 meter. Okay, so you have to find out, okay, you have to find out the loss in potential energy of the body. So how do I find the loss? So potential energy at a height of 10 meter minus potential energy at a height of 4 meter. So mgh2 minus mg h1, mg I take out common. So mg into h2 minus h1. So m is 5, g we take as 10, and 10 minus 4, right? So it becomes 5 into 10 into 6, so 300 joules. Okay, so what is the potential energy? 300 joules. Now, total energy possessed by the body at any instant. Now, this you will learn in the part C, that when a body is falling down, okay, there are conversions of energy, potential energy starts converting into kinetic energy. So there is an energy conversion, but at any instant, total energy remains constant. So for this, total energy possessed by the body at any instant remains constant. How do I find it? Potential energy at the highest point. What was the highest point? 10 meter above the ground, right? So mgh, right? So
Ma'am, that will be 500, no?
sorry, 500 joules. It's 50, 500. So this will be 500 joules, okay? Because m into g into h. So this will be 500 joules. So at a height 10 meter above the ground, the potential energy is 500 joules. So in this case, the energy at any instant will be 500 joules, okay? This is the fourth one. Fifth one you can do. Now come to the sixth one. A boy weighing 25 kgf, okay? So the weight of the boy is 25 kgf, right? Now 1 kgf is 10 Newton. Again, I told you before also. So the weight will be m into g. So 25 into 10, okay? So you take the weight as 250 Newton, right? So listen, if the weight of the boy is given as 25 kgf, if I want to convert it into Newton, then it will be 25 into 10 and it will become 250 Newton. But if I want the mass of the boy from 25 kgf, children, if I want the mass of this boy, then it will be only 25 kg, okay? Because that gf, this is that 10, that is gravity, okay? So the mass of the boy will be only 25 kg. But if I want the weight in Newton, then you have to do 25 multiplied by 10. So 250 Newton, right? So this is the weight of the boy. Now, sixth one, right? Now what is asked? He climbs from 3 meter to 9 meter. So his potential energy is going to increase. So you have to find the increase in the potential energy. So again, we are using the same formula, mg h2 minus h1. Okay, the weight we have already calculated, mg 250 Newton, 250, and h2, the final height the boy reaches 9 minus 3. So 250 into 6, 1500 joule. Simple. Okay. I hope I am not going very fast because I have to complete these two exercises and start the new chapter. I want to start the very simple sums. Once I send you and you go through, you will follow everything. Okay. Now the eighth one. There is a man of mass 50 kg. He climbs a ladder of height 10 meter. Right. So the mass of the man is given, but they have asked us to take G as 9.8. So we are taking G as 9.8. And height is 10 meters. So what is the work done? So to find the work done is gain in potential energy. Okay. So gain in potential energy, mgh. So 50 into 9.8 into so 4900 joule. This is the work done. Now they are asking you to find the increase in potential energy. Now to find the increase in potential energy, he is starting from ground. Because he is starting from ground, you have to take the height as 0. From 0, he is going to 10 meters. The height is increasing from 0 to 10 meters. So it will be mg h2 minus h1. So mass of the boy is 50, g is 9.8, and h2 is the height that he reached, and h1 is the height from where he started. So 4900 joules. Okay, so this is the eighth one. So the increase in potential energy is 4900 joules. Now the ninth one is a good example. There is a triangle drawn in your books. Please look at the triangle. There is a man who is pushing a weight. Okay, he is pushing it. Okay, and it is a slide inclined plane. He's pushing it up the inclined plane. There is a block. Okay. So he says that a block weighing 100 Newton, the weight is given 100 Newton. Now it is pulled up by a slope of 5 meter, right? So you have, and the force that is applied. Okay. Now you have to find first what is the work done by the force. Okay. So when you are going to push it, the force that is given is 100 Newton. Okay. So you're going to push it up the block. So you're going to push it up the block to a distance of 5 meter. So the work done in moving the block up the slope, 100, force into displacement 500 joule. Okay. Now he is asking you, what is the when you did the work, you push the block up, it has gone to a height. Okay. So it is going to gain potential energy. So what is the height? Now look at the height of that particular triangle, 3 meter. Okay. The height is 3 meter. So the block has been pushed to a height of 3 meters. So the potential energy at the top, mg, that is 100 Newton, okay, multiplied by 3 meters. So 300 joule. Now, what is the problem over here? The person has done a work of 500 joule. He has pushed the block up. He has invested a work. He has invested a work of 500 joules. But the body should gain 500 joule of energy. But the body does not gain 500 joule. When it goes up, how much energy is gained by the body? Only 300 joule. So what happened to the 200 joule energy? Where is that 200 joule gone? So there is a difference in the work done. Potential energy that is gained is not 500 joule but only 300 joule, because 200 joule energy is used up in doing work against friction. Though he applied and he has done a work of 500 joule, he has invested 500 joules of energy and he has tried to do a work of 500 joule, but there is frictional force. So some amount of energy that was invested, the work has been lost, okay, due to friction. So how much was the potential energy gained by the block? Only 300 joule. It should have gained 500 joule. Okay, but it has not gained. The work done is 500 joule, but the block has not gained 500 joule energy. It has gained only 300 joules of energy. So 200 joules of energy has been lost in doing the work against friction. Did you follow this? It's a good example. It can come in the exam also. Now 11th one. Now these are very important questions. Very, very important. 11, 13 and all. Just excuse me. Again in kinetic energy. 11th one. Very important. Please put star 11, 12. Speed of the car is half. How will the kinetic energy change? So V1 and V2 be the velocity. Now first the velocity of the car is V1. Next the velocity of the car is V2. So V2 is half of V1. So initial kinetic energy half m V1 square. Final kinetic energy K2 half m V2 square. Okay, but V2 is half of V1. Okay, so kinetic energy half m V1 upon 2 the whole square. This whole thing becomes square. So it becomes V1 square upon 4. So kinetic energy of the second this thing car is equal to 1 upon 4. You take out common and half m V1 square. But half m V1 square is the kinetic energy, initial kinetic energy. So it becomes 1/4. See, kinetic energy of the second car becomes 1/4 the kinetic energy of the first car. So when the velocity becomes half, the kinetic energy becomes 1/4. Why does it not become half? Because velocity is a square. In kinetic energy, velocity is a square. So when the velocity becomes half, the kinetic energy will become 1/4. Children, please do not talk.
Ma'am, I'm not understanding this.
Who is talking? Who is AK?
Ayush.
Akshat.
Ayush.
It's Ayush. I think AK is
I want to
section.
see. I said everyone's video has to be on. Why
Ma'am,
the videos
my,
are not on? Piyush is
Ma'am,
there. Where
my,
is Atharva Avsare?
ma'am, my electricity is fluctuating, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
That's why.
Yeah. So you go on talking. Where is Atharva Avsare? Not there. Ali? Ali is there? Ali, please say yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Where is Atharva is there? Where is Ali?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ali is there. Akshat is there. Narayan, Amatullah, Shushti, Melissa, Mariam. Who is not there? Boys.
I was getting water.
Piyush, Sid, Dhruv. Rishabh is there. Yes. Amatullah, Shavni, everyone is there. Okay. So today everyone is there. Sid, where is Sid? Huh, he's there. Please, all your videos have to be on. And I don't want any photographs. Amatullah, please, all the videos have to be on. Ammar, Melissa, all videos to be on. No photographs. No photographs. I want to see you all personally. Amatullah, I want to see you personally. No videos.
Ma'am, it's saying I can't start the. I'll actually send you a picture.
Okay, no problem. You just be. Okay, fine. I'm going back to the screen.
Ma'am, I don't have enough net and I have one more class, max.
Now, where is that screen gone? Okay. Now, Sid, I'll tell you. See, children, if the meeting gets over, again, just log in. I'll try to come back 10 minutes extra. We will just extend. We may have one more class after that. So now see, Sid, the 11th one. See here. Velocity has become half. So the kinetic energy of the first one is half m v1 square. Now V2, kinetic energy of the final kinetic energy, K2 is half m v2 square. But V2 is V1 upon 2 because it has become half. So it became V1 upon 2. Now this whole thing you have to do square. I can't make a big bracket. It's not a blackboard. So kinetic energy half m, then V1 square and 2 square is 4. So V1 square upon 4. So what I do, 1 upon 4 I take out common. Over here 1 upon 4 is common and inside the bracket it is half m V1 square. But half m V1 square is nothing but kinetic energy, initial kinetic energy. So it becomes final kinetic energy 1 upon 4 into K1. K1 is the initial kinetic energy. Followed? Sid? So kinetic energy, if the velocity is become half, kinetic energy will become 1/4. Okay? Remember that. Now the 13th one. Two bodies are moving with uniform velocities v and 2v. Now double. One is v and the second one is v 2v. Find the ratio of the kinetic energy. Fine. So to find the ratio of the kinetic energy of the first body half mv square, kinetic energy of the second body half m v2 square, but v2 is twice the velocity, right? So kinetic energy is equal to half m 2v the whole square, right? So 2v, if you have 2v the whole square, it becomes 4v square. Do you understand? When I give square to 2 and I give square to v, it becomes 4v square. So k1 upon k2 half mv square, this 4 of K2 will come out and half mv square. So both get cancelled. So the ratio of the kinetic energies become 1 upon 4. Very important examples. This is very important. It can be asked. Okay, ratio of kinetic energy when the kinetic energy becomes half, when the kinetic energy becomes double. Okay, see the 14th one. Car is going at a speed of 15 kilometer and another car is moving with a speed of 45 kilometer. Ratio of kinetic energy. So half m v square of first car and second car half m v square. So half m gets cancelled because similar cars. So the mass is the same. So the mass gets cancelled. So you just have v1 square upon v2 square. So the first velocity is 15. 15 square upon 45 square. So 1:9. Very simple. 14th one.
And can you scroll up a bit?
For the previous one?
13th one.
See. Any questions?
V2 is equal to 2V. But I didn't get that.
See,
one.
yeah, V2. See, there one is having a velocity v and the second one is having the velocity v2. But the second one is having double. The velocity of the second car is 2v, double the velocity of the first car. Okay, so v2 equal to 2v. So kinetic energy equal to half m v2 square. Can you see this kinetic energy of the second body? Half m
But
v2
when-
square.
It's not given that their velocity is double.
Yeah, which one? 13th one. No, see,
13th one.
two bodies of equal masses are moving with uniform velocity v and 2v.
Oh,
So 2v means double. Aditya,
that's
it's
12
given.
in our book. Okay.
12 in your book. So then
Yeah.
you just change it to V. Okay, so followed. So then it becomes
Yeah.
double. So then this 2, it will come out 4. So it becomes 1/4. Now the 15th one. Mass of the cannon ball is given. Okay, 15th one, a ball of 0.5 kg slows down. There is a decrease in speed. 5 meter per second to 3 meter per second. Calculate the change in kinetic energy. So very simple. What happened? Where is this? No, not 15th one. I have done 16th one, not 15th one. Sorry, 16th one. Cannonball of mass 500 gram is fired with a speed of 15 meter per second. Find the kinetic energy and the momentum. So mass of the cannonball 500 gram. Children, you always forget to convert. Please convert into kg. So it becomes 0.5 kg. So then you have to find the kinetic energy half mv square. Speed is already given. So half into m into v square. So this is the kinetic energy and the momentum m into v. So m is half kg. Okay, 0.5 kg. Half into 15. So you will get the answer.
Should be 7.5 kg.
Yeah, 7.5. Sorry, by mistake I written 4.5. What is the answer for this? 7.5, no? Yeah. Okay, typing mistake. You've done everything in so much hurry. Now see the 17th one. Ratio of kinetic energy. I think that is okay. I wanted, this 18th is important. Work energy theorem. Please see, because we are going out of time. Come back for 5 minutes again if you are logged out. Okay, just join the class again. 18th one is very important. Okay, there is a truck which weighs 1000 kgf. Okay, now the speed of the truck is changing. Okay, from 36 to 72 in 2 minutes. You have to find the work done. Now there is a change in speed that is given and you have to find work done. There is no force, there is no displacement. How do you find work done? Okay, so very good example. Okay, using work energy theorem, weight of the truck 1000 kgf. So m into g is 1000 kgf. I told you if the weight is given, the mass will be 1000. So from here I took the mass of the truck 1000 kg. Now the initial velocity is given 36 km per hour. Okay. The minute it goes off, please remain. I have to do this sum, very important. Okay. So it is now I convert it into meter per second.